Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of SHAAN-E-AWADH. Today we have with us Miss Vidushi Vijayvergia. As you all know from Shark Tank, she has represented Lucknow through her brand ISAK. So a very thank you to you for taking out time for us and being here with us.
It's a pleasure.
Vidushi, now I'll just ask you a few questions. Whatever comes to your mind, you just have to say the answer. Don't think too much.
Sure.
The first thing that comes to your mind about Lucknow.
Heritage.
Which are your favorite fragrances from ISAK?
My personal favorite are Edge of Dreams and Love Song.
Two things you like about Mr. Peyush Bansal as a mentor.
One, he helps you the way you are looking for help.
Okay.
And second, of course, his network is huge. He's so well connected. He can, he directly connects me to founders directly. So it kind of sort things very quickly.
One advice you have for the passionate entrepreneurs that are there in Lucknow.
Okay, so those who are passionate about doing their work, starting on their own, one thing that I have seen, first off, if you're bringing about a change in the real sense, it's not going to be easy. It is a difficult journey. There will be challenges and new challenges every day. You just have to, take one challenge at a time, keep on solving it and move on to the next one. And one needs to be patient. It's not like you get to hear success stories once people are successful, but there is a lot of years of hard work probably that has gone into it. So we need to be patient and continuously, consistently keep on working on it. I'm sure if we give it that time, there's a 1,000-day principle. If you give it 1,000 days, generally the businesses, they pick up and you can, in 1,000 days, you can take it to the next level.
Amazing. Cutting right to the point, so how did ISAK happen? First of all,
see, I come from a family business background where my family has been into perfumery for really long, and I happen to spend a lot of time with my father in his store and otherwise also. So I knew what kind of work we are doing. I've grown up around it, and I was always passionate about and enjoyed the kind of work that was happening in my family. But then, grew up, did my studies, I got married and I went to Switzerland. There again, I was always awed by the idea of French fragrances and, the market they are the superpowers in the fragrance world. So I kind of spent a lot of time doing research on them, as in what are they doing, how are they doing it, why are they so different, why are they so popular, what is the market for them around, and how is the market evolving, what are the new things that they are doing that we are not doing. And that's where my learning grew, and I actually developed a sense around perfumery and the market side as well. So here I was on the back end side in India while growing up in my family. There I saw the front end side, what they are doing, and that's where I realized that the kind of work that we are doing is very, very distinct and unique. That point आपको लगता है कि इंडिया के बाहर की चीज़ें सब अच्छी होती हैं, हम उतना अच्छा नहीं करते, but that was the idea changing. My entire perspective changed, where I realized that we are doing so much and such good work, yet we are not able to promote it and reach out to an audience. And I also knew that there are people who are ready to buy that, because they used to come to me and ask me कि तुम ये क्या है तुम्हारे पास, and this is so beautiful, where can I get it? Things like those.
Probably the ethers and all of that.
Ethers, yes. And perfumes also, perfumes bhi the. Then, the turning point was, which actually was something that nailed it, was my visit to Sephora in Paris. So it was in front of Champs-Élysées. It was a huge Sephora store which was only selling perfumes. So there were no cosmetics. And that point of time, Sephora was not yet in India. So it was something very unique, and first time for me going to such a huge store of fragrances, and there were perfumers from all across the world. But surprisingly, there was not a single Indian fragrance brand. And it hit me that why is it that none of us are able to crack it? Why is it that we are creating, and not just us, there are lovely perfumers across India, and our style of perfumery is very different, yet we are not able to make it there. And that's when, that was the first thing that hit me hard, and I started thinking more about it. But I knew that I couldn't be a part of the family business, so I was on the outside, building my thoughts around it. And then, at one point, I had my own chicken curry business. I planned to do further studies, and I applied to Domus Academy in Italy, and there was a scholarship competition where I had to do place-based branding for Sotheby's. And I got the scholarship also. But while I was building my plan for Sotheby's, I kind of actually build a plan for ISAK.
Okay.
Because that was the point. Working for Sotheby's, I realized that there's so much that we could do in India, and I didn't join the college. I didn't take the scholarship. I started working on ISAK then.
Oh, that's great. And that's how, since then you've been working on
yes,
it.
that's how ISAK was, you know, the idea was born,
Okay.
and then we started working on the concept building.
Amazing. So at what point like Shark Tank happened? How did it cross your mind?
Okay, so we have always been fan of Shark Tank US, and I watched all the 13 seasons.
Okay.
But what happened, we were here in Lucknow at my grandfather's place, and there was a TV was on, there was some cricket match going on, and Shark Tank advertorial came, and it was my husband who saw the ad, and he just came to me right away and told me, I was not there, so he told me, you know, Shark Tank is coming to India. I said, how come Shark Tank India? Well, no, it's coming to India, and you have to apply. And my first bit was, how can I apply? I don't know anything about it. Well, no, you have to do it. So he was the one who actually pushed me for it. And I had no clue pitch kaise hota hai, how to write those lengthy answers, because there were initial rounds where we had to fill so many forms. I had no idea at all how to do the valuation. Ye kya cheez hoti hai? And this, it was a good journey. 6 months ka pura process tha, and I got to learn so much in the entire bit, and not just from the outside presenting my idea, but also on the inside, what is it that I'm looking for, you know, writing down those answers, then why I'm doing what I'm doing, you know, that why is always very important. And what happens over a period of time as you grow, you kind of miss that why. So now to apne likh ke samne rakh diya, why am I doing what I'm doing.
Why are you doing what you're doing?
So
Then
very simple. I want to take Indian perfumery to the world.
Oh, that's
So that's my why.
that's great.
And the entire focus is there. I have to focus our strengths. I have to focus why we are unique and distinct. And of course, I have to gather all that attention to our heritage, to the knowledge that we have. So that's my why.
Amazing. So I just got to know that you are a mom also. So
Yes.
how have you been managing that, striking that balance between family and business in general also, and I think after this momentum also?
Yes, so you know, I always had my business in chicken curry. So even before, I have 2 kids, so even before the younger one was born, we were kind of that balance was set out, that you know, this is my hours, these are my hours, and I'll be working during that time. Of course, my son was young then, so uske time ke hisab se I had to change my schedule. But both my kids are quite grown up. My son is 15 and my daughter is 7. So I don't really have to give that much time to them now. They are on their own. And in the process, I've also learned that they are becoming independent. They are seeing how I'm working. My husband is also very supportive, and you know, he has seen me growing from you know, a very small business to somebody that I'm still struggling, trying to make it big. but you know, the growth, he has seen that, and he has been guiding me also the entire time. As in, you know, there have been so many challenges when you start, and they are all different kind of them. So he is like, every time you feel ki nahi ho pa raha hai, what do I do now? Should I shut it down? So he's like, no, you're doing great. It's okay. This is just one hiccup. It will pass away. Let's do this. Or you know, you did that. Why don't you talk about that? Or you know,
Like
he
he's
comes up with
always
different
been supportive,
small,
and
very
suggestions and
supportive.
That's nice.
And there have been, you know, there are times you have to take out time for your kid. बच्चे के PTM में जाना है, but you have another meeting. But then you just have keep running and manage it, and that's how we've grown.
विदुषी, आपने जैसे ISAK, इसका नाम है इतना यूनिक है. How did you come up with that?
Okay, I wanted a very rooted Indian and a simple name. Yet at the same time, I wanted it to be something जो India के बाहर international customers हैं, in from different languages also, they should be able to remember it and read it. So that's where I was very clear कि मुझे एक छोटा सा simple चीज़ चाहिए. Then again, rooted होना चाहिए. So there was just one day, one of my staff working with mummy, and हम लोग बात करे तो उसमें ISAK word आया, because ishq is pronounced as ISAK in the neighboring areas in the, you know, Purabiya Bhasha here.
Right.
So that's where we came up with the Vishal Bharadwaj version of ishq.
Okay.
And ISAK was born. So why I also relate it to what we do, because see, perfumery is something that can only be felt. It is not something you can touch or you can, you know, see as such. And it connects to us at a very emotional level. And the most beautiful emotion in the world is love.
Yeah.
Love for a person, love for the thing we do, love for a place. Everything that actually makes us do what we do is love for whatever we are doing. So that's where I thought, ISAK is something that it grows on you, and that's how we decided on the name ISAK.
I think you can feel that passion from within.
Yeah.
We got to know that you're based in Pune and you are operating the system and the factory and everything from here. So how are you managing that?
So thanks to all the, the offline and online work that is happening, there are a lot of processes that are automated, and the tech side has really helped me a lot. So I have hired a good team. So my focus has also been having the right kind of a team who can manage things on their own and who are smart enough to understand and learn things.
Right.
Plus my mother is here, so she actually helps me a lot in those critical times that there are certain kuch issue aa gaya ki oh no, we don't know how to do it, then she is the one who steps in and she helps us sort it out.
Amazing.
So yeah, that's how we've been working. Pure time phone pe rehte hain with my team, and we are talking to each other, and challenges
like
online aate hain, any desk pe jaake ye kar lo wo kar lo. So those little things, everything is being done aise ho jata hai. Tech is a very very big thing that has been really helpful. Plus COVID ke baad there have been very good SaaS based developments that have been helping us. So where CRM ho gaya, supply chain ho gaya, it has been, the techs have been good back end to help me manage Pune and Lucknow.
I think a big question has been that how did you decide your equity, like selling your equity for like 50% and for the evaluation that you were getting. So what was the thought process, calculation behind that?
So see, frankly, I didn't have any calculation there, and going to Shark Tank was anyways not about the money or the valuation. It was more about tying up with somebody who can help us scale the business and take it to the next level.
Yeah.
And the sharks, all of them have good experience, and they've been there, done that.
Yeah.
They know the issues. They've all grown from that small level to a higher level.
Yeah.
So I think all of them connect to our journeys, and you see the kind of businesses that have gone there. So many of us were actually pitching for the first time. We were clueless about the investment world. We didn't know what valuation is or how valuation is done. So that was something that was not on my mind at all.
Yeah.
We went with a certain number based on our sales at that point of time. And of course, I think what went on Peyush's mind was there was a lot of work that needs to be done because we were still growing at that point of time. And where it comes to equity, it was always 50-50 between my chachi and me, and probably he felt that the value that he would be bringing in the company would be way more, and that is the reason why he asked for that kind of a number. And it wasn't an easy task for me because the journey started at a space where I didn't know whom to go to and how to. There were so many challenges. So just like my husband helped me so much, my chachi was also, she has helped me financially. Okay. So she was the one who at that point said, okay, don't worry, you start, I'll help you. So her role was very important. And I respect that. I respect that a lot. I will always remember that because at that point of time when you're nothing, there are people who come forward and help you without any, I don't know future kya hoga. Us samay nahi pata tha, but then they came forward. So I will always respect that. But then yes, as the company grows, there are practical decisions that you have to take for the company, and you have to put it aside from your emotions. And that's where I decided that at this point we need somebody who will come in and help us take the company to the next level. Right. And when Peyush gave that offer, I was shocked. I was like, ye kya hai? In my wildest dreams also, I couldn't have imagined something like that. I was very nervous. I was shivering there, but I didn't want to leave the opportunity also. So I went out. I called my husband. We have a little chit chat, and then that's where we decided, okay, let him come in, and of course see the value of the company that we had, the 50% ki value ya jo bhi valuation thi, even if this is at that 50% or what 50 lakhs that he is giving in, that uski value bahut zyada ho sakti in the future, but that will happen only if we change the structure of the company. If we continue with the same structure, then we might grow but at a slower pace. And the whole idea of going to Shark Tank was to capture the growth that we can attain, but we are not able to do that. So, you know, it was a very, very difficult decision, but I decided for the company. I had to do that just for the company.
Nice. I think that was like a wise decision. And so all the audience and everyone in the country has seen Shark Tank, but what happened behind that? Like since that till now, what has happened, and how with Peyush and all the mentorship and everything, what has been going on?
Oh, there is a lot that has changed.
A few things, if you can tell us.
So Peyush is quite involved.
Okay.
We have weekly meetings, and he, you know, the best part is he just comes in and asks me, Vidushi, problem kya hai? You know, you need somebody who comes to you and asks you, I'm there to help you. Whatever you need, I'm there to guide you. So there are, you know, little things that I have to expand my team now. And I need a CRM software. Kaun sa software loon? So he asks me certain questions, and then he'll help me, because he knows so much, and he also connected you. They're connected to, they have a very good network also. So that ways he has helped me a lot. You know, coming, talking. You need an HR now. He was the one who told me you need an HR person. I said, okay, I need an HR. But yes, so those little things which probably I didn't realize that, you know, as the company is growing, what would be the challenges, but he could foresee them, because like
the
I
next
said,
steps क्या होने चाहिए, and अब किस चीज़ की planning करनी चाहिए.
So I'm struggling with my supply chain, deliveries time पे नहीं हो रही. So he suggested, let's go into a different kind of a model, which I was not aware of. So his inputs have been immense, very, very helpful. And the best part is, he doesn't come and tell me ये तुम्हें ये करना चाहिए. He comes and asks me कि विदुषी में problem क्या आ रही है, and let me help. And this is how
then finds the solution.
Yes, he helps me with the solution. So it's not like he is actually helping. वो जो mentorship and guidance होती है, that is very good. And he also at the same time he's allowing me to do things at my pace. He's not like कि नहीं ऐसे ही करना है. He is absolutely flexible. He is allowing us to grow the company and keep the values intact the way we had founded it. So I think tying up with Peyush has been really, really, you know, mind-opening. And just last week I was in Delhi, went to Lenskart's the factory where the manufacturing happens, and it kind of opens up your mind to see, now that we are scaling, how to bring those things, how to streamline the supply chain, those little bits. He has been helping a lot the entire journey.